Welcome to A Moment with Nature. My name is Dr. Tony Gennaro from the Natural History Museum at Eastern New Mexico University. Some very important plant parts are prickles, thorns, and spines. And there's a difference between them. Today we're going to talk about thorns. You know, most of us see bushes of any kind, they have pointed things on them. We say they have thorns, and that's not true. Not all bushes have thorns. Pyracanthus do, such as this bush, as well as honey locust and some others, but only a few. Now let me explain what a thorn is. A thorn develops from the angle between the leaf and the stem. It is a very stout, long, pointed structure. And that thorn sometimes can reach great lengths, such as this one, all the way out here, and they develop their own leaves. Thorns are very, as I said, stout, and they can penetrate the skin. And when they break off, they can be dangerous. So one needs to be cautious and be careful with thorns. Thanks for being with us on A Moment with Nature. We're often told that roses are beautiful, but again, we're also told to watch out for the thorns on the stem. My name is Dr. Tony Gennaro from the Natural History Museum at Eastern New Mexico University in Portales. And today our subject will be plant parts, that is, prickles, thorns, and spines. And there is a difference between them. The one we're going to talk about today are prickles. Now, rose bushes have prickles, not thorns. This is a rose bush, and we find out, as well as blackberries and raspberries also have prickles. But let me explain what a prickle is. Prickles are produced on the stem at random, not any particular place. These little prickles are rather small, but they're stout and they're very pointed, and they can cause a little injury, a little pain. Now, when this happens, we say, "Doc, I have a prickle in my finger. Would you help me?" Thanks for being with us on A Moment with Nature. When a person falls into a cactus patch, they're worried about being penetrated by needles. Those aren't needles, they're spines. My name is Dr. Tony Gennaro from the Natural History Museum at Eastern New Mexico University in Portales. We're going to talk about spines today. Note this particular plant called the prickly pear. We'll look at it, we notice that these spines are really modified leaves. The green part of this plant is the stem. Now this is called a prickly pear, but as I said, these aren't prickles. Prickles are on rose bushes. These aren't pears, they're stems. So the plant should be called a prickly stem. Now there are other kinds of plants that have spines. Mesquite, for example, which develop from the stipules on the stem, or the edges of barberry leaves. Thanks for being Welcome to A Moment with Nature. My name is Dr. Tony Gennaro from the Natural History Museum at Eastern New Mexico University in Portales. My friend Ethan Ortega and I are holding the Great Plains skink, commonly found in the Midwest, also gets into Arizona and New Mexico. The animals found in the shrubs and grasses, but we also find them in our gardens because they prefer dark areas. The animal eats insects, and that makes it very important for our way of life here to take care of the insects. But an important thing about this lizard that doesn't occur among other lizards is that it does incubate its eggs for almost all summer before they hatch. When they hatch, they develop into small little lizards that are all black in color that first year. Second year, they are tan. A lot of the young people pick these little lizards up. They are not poisonous, absolutely no poison whatsoever, but they will bite, so be careful when you pick them up. Ethan's going to hold him for me today too, but I think we'll see what this lizard might do. He has a tendency to do this, you see what I mean? So that's why we're trying to tell you, if you pick up the little guys, be careful, but they are important to our environment. Thanks for being with us on A Moment with Nature. Welcome to A Moment with Nature. My name is Dr. Tony Gennaro from the Natural History Museum at Eastern New Mexico University in Portales. How many times have we been told how poisonous centipedes are? That's not true. These animals, there are about 3,000 species of these centipedes, and they're found worldwide in all conceivable habitats. They're very secretive and only hunt at night. They only have a very mild ventum for their prey, which consists of small invertebrates, spiders, and insects. Now, Stoops and Martin said if you're ever bitten by one of these little guys, it'll be painful for a while. Apply soap and water and antiseptic. Perhaps you'll need a tetanus shot. But that's about it. Thanks for being with us on A Moment with Nature.